Hello. So, at the request of some, I'm gonna try and start doing some videos because why not? Everyone does them. Um, I want to make them media centric because I do have a page, Maniac for Media. Check it out. It relates to music, movies, TV, video games, all that jazz. So I figured now is the time since I have the page and the website. I do um, movie reviews, some video game reviews, very little music. I do want to get into music a whole lot more. So with that in mind, and keeping in mind that this is the first video, um, let's get to know each other a little bit better now. So I've set up my iTunes, and it's on shuffle, so I don't know what's gonna um, start playing as soon as I hit play. So yeah, let's get started. Let's see what happens. A lot of these songs you'll recognize right off the bat. So I don't know how much I'll play. So that's Beat It, of course, by Michael Jackson. Now, it's funny because with this and a couple other songs, um, mostly with Beat It, though, I think, I always think of the Weird Al version. So every time I'm like, eat it, get yourself an egg and beat it. Next is, you probably won't hear it. Oh my god! I'm a huge Danny Elfman fan, and that was the main theme for Spider-Man with the first Spider-Man, Sam Raimi, Tobey Maguire. Um, but a huge Danny Elfman fan, so he's everywhere on my iTunes. Anyways, next, that's my goofy face. Love Mumford and Sons. I apologize a trillion times. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Oh, this is high school. He's breaking the habit. Linkin Park. Oh, this is angry music. Angst, angst, angst. Harry Potter Puppet Pals, anyone? Wizard Angst. Firestarter. Twisted Firestarter. I love Prodigy. Always Outnumbered, Never Outgunned. I love that album. I could listen to that album all day, every day. This takes it back too. I have a lot of songs from like way back when. It's Rihanna. I guess I can list favorites because that's always a for sure thing. Because the reason I did it like this is because you start thinking about like, oh, what are your favorite bands, and you're like, um. But off the top of my head, as you can see, no doubt. The Killers, especially their first album, Hot Fuzz. I really like the Killers. Red Hot Chili Peppers. Californication is probably my favorite album, but I enjoy them a lot. See, this is what let's see who else. Oh, Muse, Muse. I love Muse. Weezer, the Yeah Yeah Yeahs. By the way, editing process might be really sketchy for the first couple of videos because I don't know what I'm doing. Who else? I just saw Backstreet Boys. I knew, yes, I went through a Backstreet Boys phase because I was around that time. Shut up, don't judge me. Do what I want. My Chemical Romance. Um, Adele. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of all over. The only thing that I always say when people ask, what kind of music do you listen to? And usually, like, my go-to answer is anything but country, which is not technically true because I do have like, well, I mean, like pop country. I do have Carrie Underwood in here. See, I can't even think of her name. Shania Twain. Um, who else do I have in here? Dixie Chicks. Um, but I feel like a lot of that is more like pop country. versus like hardcore like Brad Paisley and Keith Urban or uh, Mr. Faith Hill. I forget Tim McGraw. So I mean, I do listen to some, but not enough to qualify me actually listening to country music. Nirvana, of course. Nirvana, come on. The Strokes, man, the Strokes. Oh God, what else? Oh, Garbage. Garbage is good too. I love me some Shirley Manson. Oh, look, that's my dog. Say hi, Malo. Over here, look. Over here, turn around. Dogs, am I right? I don't know what's wrong with him. What? No, I don't. I don't want to pet you right now. No love for Milo. I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you. Oh yeah, by the way, I make a lot of references, random references. So have fun trying to figure out what the hell I'm talking about sometimes. It really helps to be not necessarily up to speed with um, references because I just made a really old reference. Um, but yeah, if sometimes if you feel like what the hell is he talking about, it's more than likely a reference. That's Dashboard Confessional, Nine Inch Nails, Weezer, Marilyn Manson, Missy Elliott, The Prodigy, Pink, Jennifer Lopez. Ooh, I have some Ozzy Osbourne in here. Disturbed. I have a couple of songs from Disturbed, because I was down with the sickness. Spice Girls. Okay, so here's the thing on Spice Girls. They were huge at one point, and I think I was at that age range where they just you could not avoid them. And so I wouldn't necessarily say ironically because I do enjoy um, some of their songs, but that and once we get to talking about movies, um, you'll realize that I have Spice World in my movie collection, and it's probably one of my favorite films. Um, if not for any other reason, just because it's so goofy and out there. It's not necessarily a cinematic achievement at any stretch of the imagination, but it's just funny, and I like it. Oh, System of a Down, Modest Mouse, yeah. Cage the Elephant. I have a lot of classical music in here too, which is one of the reasons why I'm like skipping over a lot. Classical music was in my life. My parents would play classical music all the time. I was basically raised on classical music and the Beatles. You know, classics on my mom's side was like the Beatles, um, and then my dad would be like the Doors or the Rolling Stones. So I mean, I didn't have the most terrible childhood, musically speaking, um, but it was kind of narrow until later on when I kind of started developing my taste for things like the Spice Girls. um, but that will kind of give you an idea of what I like as far as music is concerned. What are your favorite songs? What are your favorite? What is there something? What name an album that you connect with, um, for better or worse? So for now, let me know. I don't know what my send off is. Bye. See ya. Adios. That's it. Okay, bye.